By the powers vested in me as Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I hereby constitute this assembly as a legal congregation of the University of Pretoria. During this assembly, degrees and diplomas with all the associated rights and privileges will be conferred and awarded to the candidates whose names appear in the program. We request all of you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements of our students. As Vice-Chancellor and Principal of the University of Pretoria, I extend a hearty word of welcome to you at this virtual graduation ceremony. I would like to welcome the Dean and the Deputy Dean of the faculty, along with all persons to whom degrees and diplomas will be conferred and awarded to. We also welcome families, friends, and spouses to this virtual graduation ceremony. This is the third virtual graduation ceremony the university has held in the past year, after we were obliged to depart from the traditional graduation format as a result of COVID-19 pandemic, which, as you know, has made large physical gatherings impossible for the time being. Our first virtual graduation season commenced just 10 days after the declaration of the national state of disaster towards the end of March 2020. It was memorable not only for that sobering reason, but also for a more agreeable one. During those first virtual ceremonies, the University of Pretoria conferred 11,001 qualifications on graduates in absentia. This was a record number for the university and one of the largest graduating cohorts, if not the largest, in South Africa at the time. I'm delighted to share with you that the autumn 2021 graduation season is now breaking that record. In this graduation season, we'll be conferring a total of 11,424 qualifications, including 198 doctorates and 1,289 master's degrees. This is a great achievement, especially in these uncertain and unpredictable times. Such an achievement is simply magnificent. I mean this on two levels. One is the outstanding personal effort you put into persevering with your studies when normal study routines and methodologies had suddenly been upended, and I'll say more about this later. The other level concerns the collective contribution of this graduating cohort to the skills of our country and more broadly our continent. Compared to the rest of the world, South Africa and Africa as a whole have very low graduation rates per capita, a state of affairs that perpetually widens the skills gap. The fact that we at the University of Pretoria are now graduating such a large number of cohort of graduates is good news indeed for the development of our country and the continent. But this welcome injection of skills is not only about numbers. Just as important are the kinds of skills and the quality of skills that you, our graduates, will be bringing with you into whatever career or study pathway you choose to pursue from this point. For instance, the University of Pretoria students once again excelled in the ITC, the initial test of competence, which is the first professional exam for prospective chartered accountants. In November 2020, students from our Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences again achieved first position in South Africa. This feat followed on the first place we achieved in the January 2020 ITC, when an unprecedented 7 out of the top 10 students in the country were from this university. In addition, UP won the 2020 Chartered Institute of Management Accountants CIMA Prize Winner Excellence Award, as well as the Institute's Global Excellence Award at its first ever virtual award ceremony. These awards recognize university partners with top performing CIMA students in case study exams, as well as university partners that have achieved the highest pass rates for CIMA exams. What makes these accomplishments even more special is that our students excelled despite the disruption of having their ITC exam deferred from June 2020 to November 2020 owing to lockdown regulations. Well done to every one of you who was part of this incredible effort. Not content with notching up all the accomplishments I've just listed, we are also making history. One of our PhD graduates, Dr. Tumeka Mashova Raimudzisi, is the first Black female chartered accountant to receive a PhD in leadership. This is a noteworthy achievement, testament to your commitment and dedication. Congratulations. If time permitted, which it unfortunately does not, there will be many other examples of achievement under pressure that I could share with you as testimony to the resilience and endurance of the human spirit. In my book, every one of you has shown resilience and endurance during unprecedented turbulence and upheaval. The university is proud of you all. All your hard work, tenacity, and resilience has helped to get you to this point. Yes, the Institute certainly played its part. As the Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of Pretoria, I know what efforts and energies were invested in keeping the academic program going and enabling our students to succeed during the most protracted campus closures in our history. But what stands out for me is not the effort UP made in rolling out laptops and remote learning technologies, so much as the skills you, our graduates, gained from the experience. For our graduates to make a difference in society, they need to be creative, flexible, resilient, entrepreneurial, and collaborative. I can state with confidence that this graduating cohort has these qualities in abundance. They will serve you and our country well. University too has learned a lot from this pandemic. As you know, our preferred mode of teaching and learning before this health crisis has been the hybrid approach, a delivery model that makes use of traditional classroom-based learning tools supplemented by online and technology-supported activities. On the strength of our experiences online during this pandemic, we are reimagining the modes of teaching and learning that we are adopting for the future. Teaching and learning are going to be interesting spaces for innovation, creativity, and experimentation. Above all, we aim to provide a rich interactive experience that is educative and not just instructional, and which results in well-educated, skilled, socially engaged, and sensitive graduates eager to transform our society, our continent, and the world. We also aim to enable students to become graduates who can engage in lifelong learning, where they unlearn and relearn. In this way, they can navigate the emerging world of work that is an outcome of multiple disruptions of the life and the world as we know it, including the disruptions caused by rapid technological change. In the near future, we'll be launching a Center for the Study of the Future of Work. Allow me to touch briefly on the disruptions you, our graduates, experienced during your studies in 2020. I know that all of you were affected by the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic while you were studying. However, what I and my colleagues at the university do not necessarily know is what trials and tribulations you, individually and personally, experienced while completing your qualification. We do not know what difficulties and distractions were going on around you while you were studying for that crucial test, or writing or revising the next chapter of your thesis or dissertation, or what additional responsibilities you took on in your living space and with regard to your loved ones while soldiering through your year of completion. Were you perhaps one of the many South Africans separated from loved ones as a result of traveling restrictions and border closures? What personal sadnesses and sufferings and hardships did you endure as a result of COVID or otherwise in that most crucial time of your studies? Did you suffer loss of family and close ones, friends, fellow students, or colleagues? My colleagues and I cannot know what your lived experience was as you toiled to complete your degree, diploma, or certificate. What we do know without a shadow of doubt is that your success is hard-won and deeply deserved. Earning a qualification from the University of Pretoria is an achievement to cherish. Earning qualifications in the time of COVID-19 is in a class of its own. You, together with the 11,001 graduates of autumn 2020 and the 1,380 graduates of summer 2020, are unique. You have succeeded, and we celebrate your achievement today. On behalf of the broader community of the University of Pretoria, please accept my heartfelt congratulations. Your graduation ceremony is your moment of triumph to savor, celebrate, share with family and friends, and remember for the rest of your life. We hope to one day return to physical graduation ceremonies where graduates can walk across the stage in the presence of family and friends and take photographs. For now, virtual graduation ceremonies such as these play an indispensable role in your journey with the university. This is because a virtual graduation is a legally constituted assembly that enables you to formally graduate so that you can receive your certificate and use it to open whatever doors you have intended to unlock, whether in the form of further studies, of course, at the University of Pretoria, or in your career or profession. May it lead you to more opportunities and serve you well. Turning now to the future. In the same way that you and your fellow graduates are on the verge of the next stage of fulfilling your dreams for your life, so is the University of Pretoria. As I briefly mentioned earlier, we've been using the challenges presented by the global health pandemic to begin rethinking, reimagining, and repositioning the university itself. The university can play an essential role in co-creating the country and continent we want post-COVID-19. Here at the University of Pretoria, we see an opportunity to be one of the agents and drivers of change in Africa and globally, finding and deploying innovative ways to address poverty, unemployment, inequality, and social injustice. UP, as you know, is a hub for new ideas. When it comes to COVID-19 research, we are involved at multiple levels. We are researching genome profiles to be able to identify who in the population is at higher risk of contracting fatal viruses and other diseases. We are also researching how people in society behave during a pandemic. Because if we don't understand this, we cannot manage the spread optimally. We participated in international COVID-19 clinical trials and produced sanitizers, face masks, and face shields. Our Faculty of Health Sciences quickly incorporated COVID-19 into the primary healthcare curriculum. This is how we will need to respond to pandemics in the future, with rapid responses focused on multi-sectoral interventions. For example, our university is the only representative from Africa in the new University Social Responsibility Network, an international group of 16 top universities. And last year, the Times Higher Education's Impact Rankings rated UP among the top 100 universities in the world for its social and economic impact in 3 categories, based on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, otherwise known as the SDGs. These are quality education, industry, innovation and infrastructure, and peace, justice, and strong institutions. We envisage a better, more sustainable world characterized by prosperity, genuine democracy, peace, equity and equality, social justice, and ethical use of all resources. And we are convinced we can co-create this just new world through high-quality hybrid teaching, together with transdisciplinary research and social engagement that is impactful. And of course, this co-creation must harness the collective expertise, energies, and goodwill of our family of alumni, among whom you, this season's graduates, can now be counted. As the new alumni of the University of Pretoria, remember the values from UP to always strive for excellence, persevere, respect everyone, be creative, innovate, embrace diversity, grow, be a lifelong learner, be kind, and make a difference every day. This is what makes the UP way of life. I appeal to you to be part of our quest to rethink, reimagine, and reposition the University of Pretoria, and in so doing, contribute to the co-creation of the Africa we want. Please take the next step by downloading the UP Connect Graduate app. keeping you connected to your alma mater and offering access to the many opportunities available to our alumni wherever in the world you are. Remember to always keep in contact with the alumni office at UP and let us know when your contact details change. No matter where you end up in the world, remember that you are part of the UP family, whose overarching strength is its diversity in terms of staff, students, the programs offered, and areas of research that define its excellence. We're an institution on its way to becoming a beacon for demographic diversity and inclusivity, a future-oriented and focused university that is a driver of social change. Congratulations on your graduation and enjoy the celebrations with your loved ones. Take pride in the sense of achievement that comes with knowing that you have excelled against all odds. I hereby confer and award all degrees and diplomas in absentia with the associated rights and privileges to all candidates whose names appear in the graduation program.
Master of Philosophy, Business Management, Responsible Leadership, Joshua Chitsika, Jean Kutsier, Sunay Dixon, Notando Dube, Terence Gompel, Arend Kalau with distinction, Takatso Mashishi, Nelly Munyai, Kayaletu Notanda. Business Management, Strategic Management, Luke Adams, Silvana Chiluvane, Stephanie Duplessis with distinction, Brandon Kaiserman, Leanne Kunz, Mashohonolo Mojalefa, Olepa Ndlovu, Damien Rudling, Lauren Rudling with distinction, Minette Steenkamp, Timothy Thompson. Business Management, Supply and Chain Management, Tanya Blom with distinction, Kukuletu Kumete, Johannes Hansen, Stancia Langesa, Melissa LaRue, Ntaganipo Nene, Takane Taso, Chris van der Westhuizen with distinction, Master of Philosophy, Development Practice, Maralitzo Banda, Melissa Brouward with distinction, Willem Duplessis, Peter Essie, Alton Huda, Colleen Hughes, Dena Jones, Harikai Mabeza, Tinashe Machiridza, Rita Magawa, Sekhopoto Mashiko, Priscilla Morley with distinction, Mwaka Mukwiza, Tifelimbilo Munieri, Chinai Muzenda, Khaungalelwi Pakedi, Susanna Paul, Naftali Sikamokheng, Mncedisi Tala, Zinzile Chongwe with distinction. In Entrepreneurship, Nogtula Fando, Clavis Fuba, Leti Mahlangu, Sanelisiwe Mkhwanazi, Nompumelelo Mnguni, Paul Ruiz with distinction. Strategic Communication Management, Vanessa Akibate, Jade Buertas, Sipho Carnison, Ufulu Chisale, Mapule Dipoko, Marian Dutoye, Tracy Lee Anon, Krina Jani with distinction, Karen Landsberg, Rifilwe Litswalo, Zonke Makaula, Mamosa Makaya, Dora Mashiane, Emma Miles, Lebohang Mukumata, Vehonga Njitaviwa, Temba Ngomane, Patega Ntanta, Tsabeng Ntite, Ifinia Pew, Byron Rose. Bachelor of Commerce Honours, Business Management, Vanessa Arcangio, Anya Bosch, Bianca Ktsier, Kiara Coles, Cherise Delaray, Sebastian Desvaux de Marigny, Kayleen Devitt, Alexander Duplessis, Remington Greiling, Johan Habach, Emma Claire Hoyes, Megan Holtzhausen, Ashley Jones, Liesel Lombard, Jared Luck, Jordan McLachlan, Damien Naidu, Marcus Nell, Kabelo Ngwechana, Andy Pajo, Caitlin Samuel Chinapin, Robert Stevens, Gideon Storm, Christina Tapo, Jonathan van Blomenstein, Londega Kaba, Nicola Yap, Tamron Yap. Communication Management, Alma Acob, Sipesihle Bengu, Dion Bierkes, Renier Bueta, Joshua Kutzer, Rachel Furaha, Ryan Harburn, Matthew Hoods with distinction, Joshua Hutchison, Zite Kamesa, Carla Lowe, Mukhadi Mabala, Karabo Mediwane, Ronaldo Pestana, Lisijo Ramochopa, Savannah Raufoot, Dwight Scaff, Kriska Slabbert, Mariette Tsotezi, Renier van der Walt, Elisma van die Kerk, Rochelle van Vieren with distinction. Supply Chain Management, Nicole Alder. Sunay Duploy, Tristan Hermes with distinction. Marisna Free, Brenton Golding, Spumelele Khatewe, Rian Hatting, Neil Henderson with distinction. Prudence Hlongwane, Mpilentle Mbata, Kutsepile Modisane, Lerato Mloe, Ayanda Myaga, Quibus Nyetling with distinction. Andries Null, Robert O'Brien, Terence Redfern, Tanner Schlicht, Brian James Schroeder, Alexandra Smith, Sarah Sprite, Zoni Stoder with distinction. Susanna Stein, Jessica Tivani, Desiree van Zyl, Louis Venter. Postgraduate Diploma, Communication Management, Julia Derry with distinction. Situtuziwe Hlatshayo, Nkosingphile Kgokgo, Jessica Khoza, Ndifelani Makatane, Mankga Mamabolo, Boitumelo Masemula, Progress Mashego, Nomonde Mdluli, Merlai Meyer, Pindiwe Mkebe, Dokas Mukalapa, Batabile Msengana, Ramadimeja Msiza, Edgar Mtalane, Felicia Ndlovu, Regina Nkau, Pindile Nkosi, Stembile Nzimande, Mahlodi Ramatlape, Dakalo Ramodidibi, Frank Sekhwapa, Daphne Singo, Vincent Stole, Boitumelo Tlala, Tato Wesi. Entrepreneurship, Adedamola Akinrinade, Hendrik Bezaidenhout with distinction, Taryn Boyson, Carol Bosch, Rosa da Costa Bezaidenhout, Louis Duplessis, Estienne Enslan, Anthony Eva with distinction, Donovan Ferreira with distinction, Rowan Gengen, Robin Goss, Buhle Guzana, Lilith Holworthy with distinction, Aidan Human with distinction, Spelele Kuzwayo, Pule Konyana, Lisejo Kwena, Kulungile Litwaba, Jennifer Lemon with distinction, Lesibe Madire, Pilani Madlekyana, Kgothatso Makokwe with distinction. Sihle Malinga. Marcel Mangwanda. Karmia Maritz with distinction. Bongiwe Masemula. Akuzia Mensa. Mamuhau Moreko. Andrew Millard. Pulane Modisane. Mamukwa Mohashwa. Kitumezi Munyamane. Sarah Morrill. Atanga Mulu. Johannes Ngube. Rudolph Null with distinction. Dzuzanani Nesemari with distinction. Sipogazi Nombambela. Sikhosile Ntlane. Sinazo Ntlogine Ndaba. Kwanele Nyati. Shinesh Rambali. Ngobile Sikano with distinction. Nkosingphile Shange. Nombini Simani. Tulani Skosana. Talia Smith. Jacobus Smith. Siametemba Smith. Willem Strijdom. Didintle Teledi. Sabelo Tsambo. Vian Victor with distinction. Yaku Foyun. Sipogazi Zondi. Bachelor of Commerce. Carla Adlem. Kwame Adu. Tabang Ajijini. Bashimane Bale. Damien Bilson. Reino Blom. Marco Boyce. Vaughan Boertes. Tyrell Buissini. Gregory Cohen. Aaron Damons. AJ Dial. Avril Donation. Mishka Devchand. David Dos Santos. Anli Dutoy. Jan Dutoy. Tony Ferreira. Piwe Fongoka. Renee Jalebi. David Grief. Lance Hayton. Nicholas Hoffman. Kayleen Jacobs. Njabulo Gianna. Hayden Jones. Ashraf Khalisa. Riley Kamstra. Offense Khomu. Lebogang Langa. Andrew Lowings. Emily Mabwane. Makaroka Maisela. Noxolo Maisela. Roxanne Mahlangu. Fahim Mohammed Ismail. Jesse Moulton. Obakeng Mamatela. Mahosi Maponyane. Gary Maritz. Andile Mathe, Thapelo Matsimela, Puseletso Maubane, Snentlantla Mbata, Andreas Meyer, Ingrid Muhlala, Mutsatsi Mukhola, Koketso Molapo, Abdallah Mula, Mujalifa Musiane, Khwasi Mbuti, Zingisa Mququ, Yenama Msimango, Mduduzi Mtimunye, Setu Mchika, Shariah Naidu, Karabo Mwatse, Dolly Ninela, Nontobeko Nkosi, Sandise Ntangeni, Lerato Padi, Tapelo Pakisi, Ndumiso Piri, Teresa Ragubir, Masijo Ramara, Irvin Suele, Mohammed Sheikh Ahmed, Gregory Smith, Abiola Sugun, Bianca Stander, Tenulo Tulare, Kwanele Tusi, Ruben van der Merwe, Philip van die Kerk, Nicholas Veal, Andrew Welgemoed, Bachelor of Commerce in Business Management, Ivan Nelson Abilio, Kevin Jansen van Vieren, Mick van de Venter, Mansir Ajiji, Irene Baloyi, Carmen Bandeira with distinction, James Burt, Carleen Bester with distinction, Lorenzio Bettini, Mitch Boyser, Curtis Kampfer, Caroline Carey, Brittany Carlisle, Alexander Chambers with distinction, Rashandran Chetty, Fu Chu, Graham Kutsia, Simone Kumpan, Antonio Criscuolo, Amber Crooks, Ionei Daniel, Nicolau De Cagna, Kate DeWet with distinction, Shervan Diedrichs, Zipho Dladla, Tagazelo Doe, Jacobus Elliot, Jason Engelbrecht, Ivana Erasmus, Tato Faku, Zong Fan, Connor Farrell, Chloe Frazao, Keegan Fulton, Kayla Goosen, Jared Govender, Philip Gregorowski, Alicio Grimaldi, Sandor Hanni, Timothy Human, Shakara Janke, Marco Janse van Vieren, Ashley Janse van Vieren, Ruben Janse van Vieren, Charles Joubert, Kutloano Khole, Pilasande Kuzwayo, Cornelius Korf, Melissa Kramer, Michelle Quofi, Dominique Labaskachny, Dante Lahore, Nikita Lagrange, Margaretha Leroux, Luke McPherson, Demetrius Maguire, Molepa Maila, Neba Macholo, Jan Wilkins Milan, Emil Meritz, Jamie Marsh, Patrick Martin, Themba Maseko, Basitsana Matole, Shannon McTiernan, Duncan Milas, Sophie Michelle, Shirak Mita, Njabulo Mkonto, Refilwe Mwabelo, Musa Mfukeng with distinction, Ditejo Mokadime, Ntogozo Mokwena, Mabato Molokome, Drishal Mudli, Kayurin Mupanar, Mamoreku Ruth Mutapo, Nicholas Moyes, Lisijo Msimango, Jaden Miller, Matthew Munga, Sean Musgrove, Tariwanashe Mutambara, Marku Mayberg, Leah Naidu, Andrew Nodier, Christovan Neft, Anjonita Null, Yanni Null with distinction, Mareike Null, Daniel Newman, Brilliance Ngobeni, Palisa Ngwenyama, Nozizwe Ntlapho, Butlari Nkuna, Ruan Nokia, Bonginkosi Nxumalo, Atlechang Nyatlo, John T. Westhuizen with distinction, Seshali Padiachi, Anai Marie Pinar, Evard Potgieter, Puseletso Ralilla, Riolin Ramsemi, Giuliano Salgado, Robin Scarp, Marco Schroeder, Lihlohonolo Sehume, Zombini Siamo, Tsegofatso Shaku, Mpumelelo Shezi, Gabriella Simon, Melanie Smit, Robin Steenkamp, Skylar Stichling, Jared Swanepoel, Carlo Swart, Mika Swart, Victoria Swart, Aluit Tapfumaneyi, Joshua Terry, Dana Takra, Elizabeth Turner with distinction, Hendru van der Merwe with distinction, Skalk van der Merwe, Tanika van der Merwe, Jodijn van Jerden, Carla van Locherenberg, Ashley van Niekerk, Shanti van Rooyen with distinction, Daniel van Tonder, Johan van Seil, Luanai van Seil, Matthew van Seil, Robert van den Broek, Slade van Drau, Kyle Verns, Christian Edward Volek, Andrew Wevel, Carla Woodlake, Benjamin Williams, Celeste Wilmot, Sean Fu Ye. In entrepreneurship, Khotato Monepia, Mandy Buerta, Matthew Burgess, Singita Chauke, Sianeliswa Chokwe, Jacob de Klerk with distinction, Christian Deer, Kelly Eichenman, Liam Erasmus, Cody Gill, Paige Grant, Sigourney Griffin Ellis, Marianne Klopper, Rose Makwendeza, Retelisitswe Makosholo, Natalie McPherson, Mthokozisi Methula, Daisy Mkabela, David Morris, Talifani Mudzanani, Yukai Musarurwa, Mitchell Piper, Matthew Reed, Lisa Schnettler, Sheldon Supra, Jean-Ray Sylvester, Ruben Trumpelman, Tlotlo Tsiole, Estian van den Heever, Marnus van der Merwe, Bevan Willemse, Supply Chain Management, Zakia Ahmed, Lizanne Buerta, Lorenzo Carvalho, Reese Carvalho, Johannes Conradi, Andrea da Costa, Sergio da Silva, Thomas de Jager, Marnie de Wet, André Dippenaar, Divan Duplessis, Quibus Enslin with distinction, Jake Greenway, Matthew Grieveson, Tristan Hosford, Laura Human with distinction, Bradley Jackson with distinction, Pieter Jacobs, Shania Jansen van Vieren, Travis Jutronich, Alessandro Kibido, Kayla Koch with distinction, Liam Kotza, Mikhail Lewington, Melissa Little, Olorado Mahlango, Phozisa Makonco, Jabulile Masango, Busisiwe Masego, Makhomu Maji, Dumsani Mazebugo, Patrick McGrath, Sergio Mendes, Siso Mjali, Unkarabile Mujanaha, Malehlohonolo Mokwena, Masiha Musa, Nina Miller, Jaden Murray, Braden Naidu, Aphiwe Ndlovu, Dolphus Negunda, Aluwani Nechisalu, Lindoguhle Nxumalo, Kerry O'Friel, Mia Westhuizen, Christian Opperman, Alessandro Paschini, Albert Binar, Nicholas Pio, Jacques Potgieter, Cornelius Pretorius, Martin Pretorius, Naomi Pretorius, Christine Pronk, Richard Rautenbach, Talia Reddy, Shantae Rousseau with distinction, Tusheho Sidibeng, Lindoguhle Sikumbana, Renil Singh, Kayla Stein, Paul Stoltz, Leandri Talyard, Nicole Tom, Nonzuzo Twala, Madrei van der Merwe, Wiebke van Wyk, Robert van Zyl, Emilia Veldskoen, Carmen Verster, Nadia Viljoen, Nicole Versace, Koketso Wanyane, Suzelle Weideman.
Let us give our graduates a big hand for their hard work and perseverance. I would like to thank their families, friends, and spouses for supporting our graduates during their studies. We have now come to the end of the proceedings. Please join us in singing the national anthem. By the powers vested in me, I hereby dissolve this assembly of the University of Pretoria.
Gaudiamus igitur juvenestum sumus, Gaudiamus